Yes, new fruits are coming to Blox, finally. And I know not too long ago, I just made a video talking about the newest things coming to Blox. That was all based on what Admin E was posting on the Reddit regarding like the new updates and stuff and all that sort of good stuff, which y'all should go watch because there's a lot of juicy information in there. But in this video, we're gonna be talking about real news that Blox themselves had just put out through a brand new bulletin. Yes, bulletin number 20. If you guys don't know what a bulletin is, basically it's a news article that Blox puts out talking about like made up stories happening about around the Blox world. Also, little side note, the devs have told me this is not the only bulletin that they're going to be releasing. There's another one real soon. So I guess that bulletin will have more information about the next update. If this bulletin didn't already tell you as much as I think it was going to tell you, but it is because we're going to be hearing about brand new fruits by the end of today's video. So stick to the end because there is a lot to unpack of what is going to be in update 31. I don't know what update we're on, but one of those updates. So let's go ahead and dig deep into every one of these stories about what and kind of speculate what each story is trying to tell us about what's coming for the next update. And you know, then we'll find out what the brand new fruits are coming to the future of Blox or possible fruits. So let's get into this. Okay, so the Blox bulletin: needles pointing nowhere, a summer on the horizon, and winners on the wall. Okay, so before we take a glance and start reading, let's take a look at the titles. A strange force pulling at the seas. Okay. And it looks like a bunch of metal swords, trinkets are being pulled away. You guys might be already picking up on what this might be about, but let's read the story in a moment. So the next story after that is What's Next for Blox by Rip Indra and My Game, owners of Blox. Oh, okay. So, and now we're gonna get heads-on information from the owners themselves. Then in Article 3, Frozen Village Shaken, the doghouse has vanished by Frosty Sama Incident Investigator. What's going on here? What's going on in this photo? Please, admin. No noob. Is that Indra? Is that Indra right there? But that's Indra. Isn't that Rip Indra? Then who's Indra? I guess we're gonna find out later. In the fourth article, fruit art contest, and the winners are. So they're announcing the fruit art contest winners already. Whoa! Who am I? I'm acting surprised. Wow. Yeah, I mean this should be a surprise for y'all, but I'm gonna act surprised because it's a video, it's a YouTube video, and yeah. But I'm not gonna look at these just yet because I want to look at them later on in today's video because there's a lot to unpack before we can even see like the new possible fruits coming to Blox. Because as you guys know, every time we have a fruit contest, the winners often have their fruits added to the game one way or another. Like with fruit contest number 1. How did fruit contest number 2 go? Maybe they're work in progress. Who knows? But we're looking at fruit contest number 3. So let's just go. Let's begin with story number 1. A strange force pulling at the seas by Big Juice Clap. Whoa, Big Juice Clap. Island correspondent. There's a lot of island correspondents here. All right, a strange phenomenon began a few nights ago involving compasses across several islands. The compasses began to wobble, their needles all pointing in the same direction for a few seconds before settling back to normal. Navigators didn't think much of it at first, writing it off as a fluke. Then heavier metallic materials around them began doing the same thing. Oh, so I mean, we could probably take a guess what this is like referring to. Or sword fruit, I don't know, something, but that can't be it. Let's read. Let's keep reading. Let's get more details to like confirm that. But it is important because the article does bold heavier metallic materials. I mean, a strange force pulling these metal pieces like as if it was some sort of power doing it, but who knows? The following night brought more reports, weapons inching off tables, anchors pulling ever so slightly against the ropes. Still, these are all metallic things. These are all things made of metal one way or another. A blacksmith on one of the outer islands reported that his entire rack of tools all tilted at once, as if something out of beyond the horizon had reached out and tugged on it. Okay, that was a little bit sus to say. I don't know if that's just me. The metallic phenomenon is consistent. It is always brief and always makes objects point in the same direction. What could be causing such a thing? And that's where that story ends. So here's what I picked up on this story. One, this is a lot to do with metal, magnetics, forces being pulled at. I don't know. But I think for the sake of the story, the real question is who or what is causing this thing to happen? You know what I mean? That was a weird gesture. But what is pulling these metal things and making them face in the same direction? When it says it's facing in the same direction, it makes me think think like whoever's doing, or who or whatever is doing like this pulling for all the metal around these islands is happening at, say it's a person is using some magical thing or whatever and attracting all these metal pieces on the surrounding islands. It's happening at the same location, so that's why it's all facing the same direction. You know what I mean? So that's my theory. That's my theory regarding the lore and story. Now, as of how it ties to what's actually coming in the Blox update, you and I probably the same guess of what this is. A fruit. It's possibly, most likely, a fruit, a magnet fruit, a metal fruit, or whatever it's gonna be. Maybe it's a weapon fruit because it's always talking about weapons and these other sort of things. Who knows? But whatever it is, it has something to do with metal, which is cool. Awesome. That's gonna be sick. If it is a metal fruit, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you guys excited for it? Is it a new boss? What do you guys think this is talking about? I could be wrong. This is all speculation. I mean, if there was a metal fruit, I think it'd be cool, kind of cool. I think that would be kind of cool to have in Blox. But you know, that's what I'm thinking. Let's move on to the next story. I actually want to talk about the Indra My Game message one after this next story because that one seems important. That one has a lot of information. You know what? Let's skip it for now. Let's go to the Frozen Village Shaken, the doghouse has vanished story because it's like a side story. I wonder what this is talking about. So before we start looking at all the new fruits coming to Blox and this new message from the owners themselves about the next few updates, let's read this story. Frozen Village Shaken, the doghouse has vanished by Froze D-sama Incident Investigator. So the doghouse is referring to this Indra NPC. And if you guys don't know who this NPC is, let me show y'all. Because he's actually in every sea to exist. There's like different versions of him for some reason. Because in the third sea, we have this doghouse right here. And he has a name called Wenlock. Woof woof, yo bro, wanna buy a physical rocket for 97 Robux? That is a scam. Well, you can trade it to that noob scientist for a special microchip, I guess. But I mean, there's a doghouse right there. I don't know if this is the same one. Maybe it's a different one. But if we go to C2, if we go all the way to this giant tree over here, we just go right into this. You can kind of see a square right here. We just go right to this wall like the back rooms. We'll find another doghouse, same one called Wenlock. Same thing as the third sea. But the one in the first sea, what this article is talking about, is a little bit different. If we go right here, this one is actually a different doghouse. And this one is actually called Indra, which is weird because I thought Indra was the owner. My Game, or like My Game and Indra, you know, that sort of thing. But this one actually is called X Indra Tentation. Hi bro, can I have 97 Robux? Yeah, sure bro. Haha, mentally of child, I scammed you like a noob. Well, I didn't even give him the Robux, so this guy's an idiot. But also, this guy is used for doing the Darkblade quest. If you have the Darkblade Game Pass, you can upgrade it to V2. This is what this NPC is for doing that whole quest line. So this one is actually a little bit more important than the other ones. Plus, he looks a little bit different than the second sea and third sea one. So the fact that we're having a whole story about him, this might be important. Now let's talk about it. Residents of Frozen Village were jolted awake by tremors in the night that shook their homes. When the citizens went to investigate, there was no damage to be found. However, there was something missing: the doghouse. Well, my immersion was ruined because he is still here. Whatever. But if we're just imagining it, he is missing. Left behind in its place was a heavily damaged laptop, still miraculously open and running in the snow. So after all this like quaking happened, something shook, the laptop was still working. After some investigation, a chat log was discovered between two individuals, the doghouse known to the locals as Indra. So the doghouse is named Indra. Okay, so that is his name. That is his name. I don't know if that's the owner or what. And an entity going by the name of Rip Indra. Oh, so Indra and Rip Indra are two different people? We got some weird lore going on. Okay, the conversation appears to be an argument in which the doghouse requested special unique powers from Rip Indra, which he refused to grant him. This reminds me of me. Yeah, this is actually relatable. Yeah, because I'd be requesting admin from Indra, or sorry, Rip Indra, the owner, and he tells me no, I get mad. So maybe that's what happened. After everything that has happened, many questions still remain. Where did the doghouse Indra disappear to? Who is the doghouse really? Who was the mysterious Rip Indra he was communicating with? And why does he have such a similar name? Investigators are looking to get the bottom of this mystery soon. I don't know really what this story could be talking about or yapping about. Supposedly, this guy is important to the real Rip Indra. I don't know what this could be teasing or what, but sure. I mean, if this guy ran away, I don't know what this could be talking about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, what this could be talking about in regards of like how it could be a part of the next update. because I don't really get it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's a weird story. But enough with the weird lore-related mystery stories. Now let's get to the actual stories in this bulletin, where we will be learning about what is coming in the next Blox update. No more of us trying to figure out what the articles are talking about. No more like working around what the stories are trying to tell us. Now these next two is going to be heads-on information about what exactly is going on. And don't forget that we're saving the best for last. We're going to be looking at the new fruits that could be coming to Blox for the last one. Anyways, let's start reading this. What's next for Blox by Rip Indra and MyGame43, owners of Blox? Well, here's my first question, Indra, if you're having a podcast. Who the heck is Indra, and why is there a whole dedicated story to him? I thought you were Indra. And if you're just Rip Indra, then why are we calling you Indra when this doghouse character is Indra? That's something I want answered. Actually, there's bigger things I want to know, like when the update is. So let's figure out in the story what they have to say. Hey everyone, we wanted to take a moment to talk about where Blox is right now, where things are headed, and the thinking behind the cadence of our most recent updates. So yeah, the inactivity of their, or like the most recent updates, or like the weird flow of how it's been going. Lately, we've been putting out seasonal events, limited time updates, and even unexpected moments like the hacker event. Wait, so you guys did that? Blox didn't really get hacked? I feel like my world is crashing down, like Chicken Little, like the sky has fallen. I feel like you guys are ruining my immersion. I thought Blox for real got hacked. That's a joke. Okay, these smaller updates have given the team room to experiment with new ideas and improve the existing systems. They've also helped us keep the new content coming while we continue working behind the scenes on larger updates and exciting new features that we're looking forward to releasing soon. Okay, so basically with the second paragraph, we're halfway through this, but let's slow our roll. Let's read this again. Let's understand what they're saying. These smaller updates have given the team room to experiment new ideas and improve the existing system. So with the Easter egg event, they had like a what do you call that? Like an index for finding eggs. I guess that was a new system they're testing out. New like mechanics of like how you would find and do these like different objectives to get the eggs. I guess that was new, but it's not permanent. It's not like a permanent feature they added to the game. That was just like part of the event. So I guess that's what they're saying. They're testing out things while they're releasing these small time events, and they're releasing these because they're trying to hold off and make more time to work on their big updates and at least give something to the audience or to the fans before their big updates come out, because they have to work on the big updates, then they need more time, so they push out something small so at least the fans have something to play in the meantime. I guess that's fair. I guess that's cool. And I guess they're at least experimenting and testing new things while they're doing it, while they're releasing these updates. Cool. All right. While we continue working behind the scenes on larger updates and exciting new features that we're looking forward to releasing soon. Soon is kind of taboo from Blox, so maybe take it with a grain of salt, but who knows? Let's see what else this article has to say. Anyone who remembers last year's summer expansion probably remembers the amount of new permanent content that it brought. I can barely read. Along with the feeling of the game getting fresh updates again. That's the vibe we're shooting for again this year and more. So what they're aiming for is a second summer expansion, and the fact that we're in the summer means that maybe they're not lying. Maybe it is releasing soon, because if they're working on another summer expansion like last year, that means it actually is possibly coming soon, because why would you have a summer expansion and not release it in the summer? We're in the summer, so that kind of sounds like we're actually having an update soon. Actually, no, multiple updates, because last year's summer expansion, we had 6 updates back to back to back. I think it was like, I forget how it went, but it was 6 updates week by week by week by week. And I forgot exactly what those updates were, but I mean, shoot, it was like something. I remember it was like pretty good stuff. Like there's a lightning rework, there's a pain rework, there's a, what can you guys help me remind me? Freaking PvP arenas. There's like the Rip Celestial Red thing. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happened in last year's summer expansion. The team has been working hard on more permanent content and features to release, including new fruits, new systems, new islands, and much more. Boom! Holy crap. Thank you, My Game and Indra, or Rip Indra. This is what we want. We just want more stuff. We want more updates. We want C4, but we also want new fruits, new system, new islands. I mean, sure, I don't know if that means like adding new islands to the current seas or what, but if they mean much more, hey, by all means, the more the merrier. Thank you. So the roadmap for the rest of 2026 is also starting to come together. In the second half of the year, we're planning to include updates that are bigger than anything we've released in the past couple of years. So bigger than the control control update, bigger than how long ago was it? C3 came out, bigger than that, bigger than the Dragon update. We'll all hold you to it, my game and Ripindra. However, we're not ready to share the details just yet. Boy, don't make me leak the whole plan right now. I'm kidding. I won't do that. I won't do that. Unless you test me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. For now, keep an eye out for the news on our newest update coming very soon. Let the blogs begin. Oh, so let the blogs begin. So we're actually getting more blogs besides this one. Okay. I mean, hey, more blogs the better, because that means they have more things to talk about and more news and more like update stuff to talk about. Sorry, my brain fizzles out and I'm kind of losing my voice already. I mean, cool. I mean, we've learned quite a bit so far in these 3 bulletins. We have one more to talk about, which was the new fruits that won the newest fruit art contest, which is most likely possibly going to become new fruits in the future, which we're going to be checking out in a second. But to summarize each article we've read so far, this one's talking about some magnetic metal force pulling a bunch of metal in one location. Who knows what that could be talking about? This one's talking about Indra, the doghouse, and his conversation with Ripindra. Apparently he got mad and left, and something about his conversation with Ripindra, and he got mad because he couldn't get admin powers. I find that relatable. And then the third one so far, we've learned that we're having a new summer expansion update with back-to-back updates that it's going to include new islands, new fruits, new mechanics, new systems, and much more. That's what they said. And apparently with the second half of 2026, there's going to be an update larger than anything they've released in the past couple years or so. Possibly bigger than the Dragon update, possibly bigger than the Control update, possibly bigger than the C3 update. Who knows what this could be all about? But I guess time will tell with the next couple bulletins, because they've also announced that there will be new bulletins coming soon. So nice. Now, you guys are probably already satisfied with what we've heard so far in today's video, but it is not over yet, because we have yet to look at all the new fruits most likely possibly going to be coming to Blox in the future. This is basically an article announcing the fruit art contest winners. If you guys don't know what this is about, Blox occasionally every year hosts an art contest for like fruit ideas and like block shoot ideas, and this year that is no different, because now they're finally announcing the winners of that competition. And in previous years, like the first one, we've had winners that have actually got their fruit added to the game, like the Kitsune. They're also doing works on the Celestial, Oni. Like those are all concepted like things that Blox has mentioned in the lore and stuff, and they've used those ideas and incorporated it into Blox one way or another. Like the sound fruit as well, that was from an art contest submission, and now we have much more winners to look at. So by all means, let's start reading it. Let's actually look at this photo first. Look at that beautiful man right there. I'm holding a picture called Sport Fruit to my game. Zeolus updates. We got Admin Eat. We see Blood Fruit, Poop Fruit, Tongue Fruit, Triple T, and then the winners, we got the Ego Fruit, Fat Fruit. Okay, but I don't think those are the winners. Let's look at the actual winners. After reviewing an extraordinary pool of talent from every corner from the Blox community, it is finally time to announce your Fruit Art Contest 2026 winners. Let's do it. The creativity and passion poured into every single submission made this one of the most difficult decisions we've had to ever make. From wild out-of-the-box concepts to breathtaking polished designs, every entry reminded us just how much this community means to this game. Thank you all for participating. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Now show us the winners. All right, so there is 2 types of winners in this contest. Editor, please blur all this out. We're gonna go one by one. Contest winners, these are the top 3 winners. We're gonna look at this last, and then we have honorable mentions. These are like the top 10 after the top 3. These guys also won, but they're not the top 3. So let's look at what they put. Oh my, these 10 designs rose above the rest with our judges and deserve every bit of recognition. Incredible work to everyone who submitted an entry to this contest. Wow. Okay, let's look at it. Boom. Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of fruit models. Now, I don't know what these fruits could be at a first glance, but let's go one by one and take a look. So let's look at this first one. Demon Lord by Dizanzor. Dizanasaur? Let's look at it. Okay, that's an interesting. Is that like a half and half thing? There's a blue, there's a red. Let's look at it. Select your Demon Lord. Oh, Stellaris and Saber. Wait, this is actually kind of cool. That's like a girl. That's like demon guy. Saber. Okay, so you can pick out 2 different forms, almost like Western Dragon and Eastern Dragon, but you can pick out your different demon forms, I guess. So Saber, he's a beast type. He's a mythical. 5,500 Roblox. Oh my god, bro. More than freaking dragon? You're crazy. But let's see. Z skills, he has a sword, Aether Drag, Annihilation, True Demon, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Ascension meter. Actually, I like the design of this. So with all these submissions, these artists are considering like how big is it going to be in the game? What's the fruit model going to look like? What is the like little rage meter gonna look like this. That's the fruit model. How big is it compared to like the gas knight? They're taking a lot into consideration here. But that design looks sick. Oh my god, imagine being able to transform into that. Okay, now this is the Stellaris form. This is also 5,500 Robux. Insanity. Okay, that's the fruit model. These are the ascension meters. Okay, ascension meters. I don't know what it means though. Actually, just realized I can't read this. So, but that's the form. That looks kind of cool. The only thing, personally, I don't know how it feels to be like transformed into like a humanoid type of character in a beast form. So, you know what I mean? Like a humanoid on a Roblox game. I don't know. It might be a little bit weird. Oh, I see. Okay, so that looks like a Roblox character. Now I'm understanding. Okay, so Saber. So these are the skills for the Saber form. So that's the M1. We look closely. He's like swinging a sword slash, and then it does like some move. That's the Z skill. That's the X. Bro, first of all, this art, there's a lot of effort that went into this art. That's insane. These are even more skills. Damn, that looks sick. Oh my god, bro. Okay, now this is Solaris. Okay, I see. That's the M1. Oh, these are descriptions of the skills. Wow, that was only one honorable mention, by the way. We still have like 9 more honorable mentions to look at and the top 3 winners. So let's just quickly go through these real quick. The next one is Mantis Shrimp. I don't want to take too long looking at these because it's going to be like a really long video if I go one by one and look at these. But these fruits will give you an idea of like what is possible, what is most likely going to be added to the game in the future. So keep in mind. So let's see what could be added to Blox Fruits. Number 2, Mantis Shrimp. Oh, I actually like the model. I like the fruit model. That's actually, oh, and the stem kind of looks like what the shrimp too. That's creative. I like that. I like that. That's actually cool. I like this so much that I would actually want this as a fruit because that icon, that fruit model looks like something I could see in the game. This fruit grants the user devastating melee abilities, unleash your full power, and become an unstoppable mantis shrimp. That's a unique animal, but it works because this looks so cool. That's how it look in the shop. Nice. So as a M1 transform, it can M1. Those are the skills. It costs 2,300 Robux. Hey, that's way better than 5,500. Jeez. Oh, that looks sick. Look at that transformation. What? Why can I see this actually working? Like, it's such a random animal, but it works so good. So I don't know. Normal, upon obtaining this fruit, the user grows 2 pairs of antennas on either side of the face and their eyes glow a bit of a mint green. The user also gains a 5% reduction in damage from the sea. Cool. In its hybrid form, it grows some claws, 35% reduction. That's what it looks like, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna read too much, but we're just gonna look at the visuals. That's the normal form, that's the hybrid form, and this is the transformation. That's the full transformation. That looks sick. Now let's look at the skills. Shock meter. These are the M1s. That looks sick. I love the little crab claws. Transformation. Jeez, bro. This guy put a lot of effort and thought into like how this could actually work. That's a Z skill. I like that. This is sick. This is actually my favorite so far. I know we've only looked at 2, but this is sick. That's sick. Okay, this X skill is not that cool looking because that's like a sword skill. Like, you know, the like 1 slash. I feel like that could be cooler, but you know, let's keep looking. The art is sick. I like the concept. I will say so far, I feel like the skills, okay, that's a cool skill. I feel like most of the skills aren't that significant compared to like some of the other mythicals in Blox Fruits, but it's still a really cool fruit. I just think the skills weren't that like impact. Like, I can't imagine this being like a mythical skill used in Blox Fruits. Not that one. This one's not that cool in my opinion. I think everything is cool, but you know what I'm trying to say. Let's move on. I don't want to talk too much trash. Next, we have Candle by Overdrive. Overdrive won? Okay. This guy actually won in the past, so let's see what he put. Candle fruit. Oh, that looks nice too. I like that fruit model. Oh man, that's a mythical? Damn. Low mythical? Okay. Allows a user to manipulate and control wax and candles at will. Okay. Oh, this is a big photo. Hold on. And the rest of them is just a lot of text. Okay, cool. Nice. I'm not gonna be reading all that. Let's just look at the one image that they put out. So the M1 candle placement, 70% chance for a small, 30% chance for a normal candle. Oh, the M1, what does the M1 do? Oh, it just spawns candles. Oh, okay. Does it do something? It probably does. I'm just not reading it. So that's a Z skill. It's like a punch, grab, and throw. And it throws at a candle wax wall. Oh, that's kind of cool. Same thing here, but that's an air combo. X wax release, it'll just make another candle wall. This one, if he throws some wax at an enemy, it does something. Wax wick cataclysm. I don't know what's happening here. It looks cool. It just looks, I like the design elements of everything, but the skills, I don't know what the skills actually are too much. The candle leap, this one's cool. You jump up, you make a bunch of like, you make a candle platform and just launch yourself forward. That's kind of cool. Now, what is this? Candelabra Dominion. Once you're at 100% flame meter, you make whatever this giant wax castle is. Maybe it's like ice. Maybe it like stuns people. Who knows? Cool fruit. Next one, we have Silver by Kusuki. I like that fruit model. That one's cool. Silver fruit, it's an elemental, it's a legendary type. Grants the user the power to freely manipulate silver and transform their body into it. With this power, the user can create domains, unleash devastating attacks, and provide powerful advantages to their allies. Okay. Oh, so you can make a silver sword and do slashes. I'm assuming that's the M1, so that's what the silver sword looks like. That's cool. This is a Z move. You can shoot out a bunch of silver in different directions. Oh, so it creates, when it hits the ground, they will explode. Kind of like a bomb fruit. Okay, I see. That's kind of cool. Oh, if you're in the sword form, it does a different skill. Oh, so there's two forms. There's like a no sword and regular sword. There's a sword form if you're using the silver sword, and if you're not using the silver sword. Okay, these are the X skills. That looks kind of cool. Silverfish? Is that supposed to be a silverfish? Okay, that's kind of creative. Makes like a tornado. That's pretty cool. That's a C move. That's also pretty cool. I don't want to read too much into it because there's a lot to look at, but these submissions look sick. That's an F move. Nice. And there's, oh my god, there's so much mechanics, bro. Oh my god, I can't read all this. I wish I could, but that looks sick. And silver control. Nice. That's a V move. Wait, there's two V moves? That's sick. This looks awesome. Optional. Equipping the aura color Snow White will change the transformation at the overload mode. Oh, there's a transformation. I didn't even realize. Oh, that's sick. Damn, that looks cool. That looks cool. Moving on to the next one, we have the moon fruit. Okay, interesting. Cool. Moon fruit. 2,525 Roblox. Okay, so that looks like the physical fruit. That's the logo for it. These are the clicks. So M1, shoot out a couple stars, and like you do a spin move with like a bunch of moons around you. Okay, there's a lunar meter. That's cool. That's the Z skill. It's like a simple projectile. X skill, you shoot out a couple like crescent moon chains. That's nice. X, honestly, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's the C. So I'm just rushing through these because there's a lot, and this video's been going on for a while. This is the V skill. Kind of looks like a power up to make your skills stronger. The F is kind of cool. You ride on the top of like a moon, and it's 2-passenger. That's pretty sick. And here we have more descriptions of what the moon fruit is. Cool. That was Moon by Artie Trakur. Next we have Limbo. Oh, what the hell is a Limbo? That fruit looks, this looks sick. What is this about? It's a natural type. It costs how much Robux? Hey, this time they didn't give us a price on the Robux. But based on it costs 7 million, isn't that more than Dragon? Jeez, is it? I don't remember. I thought Dragon was 5 mil. But that's the icon. That icon looks cool, but I don't know what the theme is. What's a Limbo? Whoa, what is all this? Hold on, we're gonna zoom in. So with the Limbo fruit, you're using a scythe, and you're basically using like a sword for your M1s and a bunch of your skills. Okay, cool. I still don't know what the theme is for this fruit, but it's unique. Okay, so this is the X. It shoots out a scythe, or we can do a grab move. I guess it's kind of like hollow scythe. C, you're doing something. That's the F. That's kind of cool. Oh, and then there's a death mode. Okay, where you leave your scythe behind. Oh no, you can control the scythe without holding it in your hand. Oh, okay. There's like tentacles, I guess. Is it like a dark fruit? Is that what the theme is? There's like tentacles, bats. There's like a squid. I guess there's no like theme to it, but it's like it's its own unique theme and concept. That's pretty cool. I think that's sick. I still don't know what a Limbo is, but this looks, I love the art. That was by Thien Name 1. All right, next up we have Clear by another Thien Bo Kang. This guy actually was another winner in a past contest, but he made the clear fruit. But this year's contest, he made the clear fruit. Well, this one's an epic, not a mythical. He says, screw that. I don't want a mythical fruit. I want an epic fruit. So the power to temporarily erase an object or a creature's appearance and existence, providing absolute stealth and power negation within the exchange of physicality, identity, and even self-existence. Okay, that's kind of cool. So like an invisible fruit. Chromatics, there's no glitch. Okay, he's even coming up with chromatics. Weapons, bro, these weapons look sick. These are like light fruit kind of weapons. Okay, so these are the skills. Do they actually show drawings? Oh yeah, they do. Okay, so moveset has a Z, a X, a C, a V. So Z, the Minesweeper, uses a sword to do a swing attack, a stab. The X is like another skill. That looks cool. I like this X skill. C kind of reminds me of Gravity C for some reason, but makes people invisible. Okay, that's cool. This is the V skill. Dude, there's so much going on. The art is so sick. I love the colors. Oh, this looks sick too. This final artwork. Damn, that guy has aura with the clear fruit. That's only an epic fruit. These guys are losing to the clear fruit. These guys suck. That looks sick. I love this artwork though. Next, we have the time fruit. Okay, this should be interesting. It has the ability to control frozen fragments of time, allowing the user to take advantage of the environment's movements using time frame jumps and slowing down the area, making after image clones and launch powerful consecutive blows of fragmented seconds of time into a compressed point. I don't know what that means, but let's take a look at the art. Damn, that's me. Oh my god, I'm in here. Oh, you shouldn't have. Okay, so this is the Z skill. It's like a grab move, it looks like. Propels himself forward, frame jumps, rush into player, delivering a powerful blow. It's kind of like my Dragon Talon Z move. If it fails to reach the opponent, there's a second version where the player jumps in midair and does like some clone thing. That looks cool. The art looks cool. Oh, and here's Indra. After image collapser, the user creates time clones that upon releasing the button, launch themselves and the clones. Almost like Ghost Fruit. Okay, it's kind of like Ghost Fruit in a way. I can't really tell what the attack is supposed to be, but the art looks sick. This is the C skill, a giant shockwave move. It's like an AoE attack. That's cool. This is the F skill, so you just run pretty fast. Oh, but if you get it upgraded, you can do it like a quick, like almost like a flash step, but forward. Okay, that's cool. This is the V skill. Zeolus gets to use this. This looks sick. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to look too much into it because I'm running out of time, but that looks sick. Oh, we have M1s. Oh, these are like rings. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Shang-Chi movie because he uses like rings as his like little weapon. That looks kind of cool. It reminds me of this. We have only 2 more left of honorable mentions. Then we're going to be looking at the top 3 winners, which is most likely going to be added to the game. These ones have a good chance of being added in the future, but not compared to the top 3 because those are the top winners. Now let's look at the next one. Scarecrow by Faisal Kibo. Okay, I like that fruit model already. I like this art style. Oh my god, this looks sick. M1, hit the voodoo doll that connects to an enemy with an Edo that can hit up to 3 times until the doll is broken. Oh, that's sick. I like this concept. It's a rare fruit. Okay, so not even an epic or a mythical. This is a rare, a step below. Dude, just looking at these arts, I love these. These look sick. Oh, and you can, there's like different forms. So there's a small voodoo doll, the small scarecrows, and the giant scarecrow. That looks sick. I like that. That's sick. There's only 4 images though, or 3 images? That's what? That's crazy. But he made it to the top 10. Hey, it goes to show that just having a good idea and good concept can get you so far with as little images as you can. Because this one has the least amount of images. It was 3 and he still won. That's crazy. Now we have the Ancient Golem by Vernus Godbear 999, the final honorable mention. This guy did this on paper and he won? What? See, goes to show you can do this on paper. You don't need to do digital art to win. Bro, look at this idea. Ancestral Golem. I like that fruit model. The golden fruit or ancestral golden fruit can transform the bearer into a large stone golem with some electrical powers. The user's arms, when not transformed, turn into cracked stone, allowing them to strike much harder than normal, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Oh, that looks sick. That's a sick transformation. Oh, bro, that's so cool. What the heck? I gotta get a close up. I gotta look at that. What? That's a cool concept. Even though it's on paper, so it's kind of hard to visualize, I think that's a clear depiction of like what it could be. Then he writes down the skills. Oh, he makes art for it too. Nice. That looks cool. I like that Z skill. That's a cool Z skill. Like a giant astral punch. Even these skills are like cool, like good ideas. Oh my, I like these. And then these are like the transform skills. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so good. And that is all the honorable mentions. I know, sorry, it took a little bit too long to get through them, but we are now going to look at the final 3 winners. Let's go into them, starting with Chimera. Oh, that looks like an official artwork. What? If someone showed me this, I would think this is real, like a real fruit that they just made. Holy crap. 4,200 Robux. That's crazy, but it's not that crazy. It's a bar system, new materials. Oh, there's like different materials too. Okay, let's read more. I like that fruit icon. Hold on, look at that fruit icon. That looks cool. All right, this is the Z skill, Horned Cataclysm. The user propels themselves and hits the enemy with their horns. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. The X or the Z held. Also, if you hold the Z skill and consuming the full bar, transform for 8. Oh, that's a good idea. So I see when the bar fills up, it can refill up to 3 times. So that way, if you use a held version of a skill, it will transform you into a different beast of that chimera to do a different attack. Oh, that's sick. So if you hold down a skill, you'll transform it for 8 seconds and you'll unlock a new Z skill and an M1. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so the F, you grow wings because it's like a different animal. That's sick. You can grab people with the claws on your feet. This is the X skill. It looks like a stun. You can do like other things. You can heal. That's sick. There's probably more to it, but I'm just skimming through it for the sake of the video. Oh, what the heck is that? So you can upgrade and turn to like Medusa, stone armor kind of thing. This is the C skill. Oh, here we go. I like how every skill is like a different color to like fit the vibes and this the whole aesthetic. That C skill, that transformation's sick. But you know, that is kind of crazy. 4 transformations for 1 fruit, that's gonna be crazy to make. That's a lot to build out. Even this transformation, look at the whole chimera transformation. There's so many like beasts into 1 beast. That looks sick. That's a lot. I hope Blox makes it though, because that is a cool fruit, but it's a lot of assets to make. Damn, that's sick. Okay, I can see why it made it to the top 3. I can see. Okay, I'm gonna skip the forest one because this one's my personal favorite. I just want to look at it last. But let's look into the next one. Programmed by A Noob Hype. Also shout out to Chimera by G Kitty 1 for making the Chimera. That turned out awesome. Let's look at the program one. Okay, that's a cool. It looks like control. Oh damn! What the freak? Look at this artwork. That looks like a freaking thumbnail for Blox. Okay, that's a Z skill or F skill. Dude, I'm just glancing at the art. The skills look cool too. I like the hacker theme going on. The Lucky Maxer should have been using this for the event. He probably would have won that battle. Oh, there's a lot of weapons too. There's chromatics, techno, overwrite. That's cool. Oh, I like this skill. I like that one. That's the fruit. That's the icon. That looks cool. I know I kind of went quickly through that, but you know, there's too much to talk about here. And now for the final one, we have the forest one. This is my favorite out of all of these, except Chimera is really like a close second. Chimera is really close, but I like forest fruit. You'll see why. So this is the forest fruit. This is the fruit model, and there's a lot to break down. So there's the forest fruit. That's the icon. It costs 2,475 Roblox, and you guys can explore this on your own and you can deeply read into this and all the skills. But once you read the skills, it sounds like a good moveset, like a Blox would use. That's why I really like it. I just like how creative it is, and just the artwork. Everything ties together so good here. Like the F, the M1, like this could be an actual fruit. My favorite part is this. Look at this semi transformation. Look at this. This is so sick. This is so dope, bro. There's a lot. There's a lot. You have to read it. Please go to the bulletin, go to Gamer Robot, go to bulletin number 20, read this, take in all the knowledge of these ideas. These are amazing, bro. I love this. The artwork is sick. I'm glazing, but for good reason, because these are all really good submissions. If I had to choose my top 3, I would put Forest, Chimera, and Mantis Shrimp. I think Mantis Shrimp actually is a really good, like a good fruit. These guys, I had to read more into these other fruits. They actually probably equally as good as a fruit. Like that could actually be in the game. And Scarecrow's really good too. These are just my personal favorites, but you know, all these are really good. But my top 3 has to be just Chimera, just because it's so cool. Forest is really, really good. That's my favorite. And Mantis Shrimp. I like these. What are your guys' favorites? What do you want added to the game out of all these contest winners? Let me know in the comments down below which ones do you guys want to see added to the game. Anyways, my voice, I'm losing my voice. There's a lot of yapping today's video, but we've learned a lot. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next bulletin and the next couple videos. And the last thing they say is big things ahead. Your patience and diligence will be rewarded. In the meantime, stay tuned for bulletin number 21. Thank you guys for watching. That's a lot. Hopefully you guys are equally as excited as I am. Dude, let's get these freaking summer updates. Thank you. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.